Well, if there was only one thing to do, we know spiritual life is like a very important, sometimes some people would say, like I would say, the most important thing of our lives. So if we want a PhD, or if we want to be successful in business, or if we want to have a nice family, it takes some work, right? And sometimes we think with spiritual life, it's just going to be simple. I'm just going to like do this one thing and then I'll be spiritual. And that has its place. And actually, there is some special magic, which I'm going to share with you here. There's many, many different processes. One of our gurus says there's 64 different spiritual processes, categories. But the single most powerful thing you can do is mantra. Maybe you've heard the word, it's been assimilated into Western culture, is a special sound vibration. And there's thousands of mantras. But there's one mantra I'm going to give you now, which is like the most powerful mantra. You chant this, everything else in your life will begin to come into place. You'll begin to learn what you need to learn. You'll connect with the people that you need to connect with. It will reduce your stress, will help you in so many ways. So that mantra is Nitai Gaura. Nitai Gaura. So just say Nitai Gaura. Nitai Gaura, Nitai Gaura, Nitai Gaura. You can say it when you're walking, when you're doing jumping jacks, or when you're jogging, when you're busy, when you're arguing. You can wait, Nitai Gaura, and then get back into your argument or whatever you want. But that's going to help you so much more than any other spiritual advice or practice you can do. So some people say, okay, why? Why is that one so powerful and what does it mean? Now that's something that I could probably give like a 20-hour course on about why it works. But basically sound vibration has a lot of power. It's the connection between the physical and the subtle. Sound vibration has the ability to be able to affect our mind, our emotions, our feelings, and also has the ability to, sound vibration, they even use it to break different stones inside medically, or use to cut rock, or even to break glasses with high-pitched sound vibration. So sound in itself has a lot of power to be able to affect our being and our consciousness. But then why specifically this mantra? Each mantra has a special vibration to it and has a special power. And this is the mantra of love. This is the mantra of relationship. Nitai stands for Nityananda, which means eternal bliss and eternal joy. We understand that the soul, which is us, is actually just searching for joy and bliss and happiness and sweetness, right? So by chanting this mantra, it begins to awaken that energy in our life, in our hearts, and we can begin to feel that. And it's also the mantra of mercy. It's the mantra to be able to attract grace, mercy into us. So it's calling out to a power which is higher than us, because ourselves, our power is limited. I know our ego doesn't like to admit that. I like to think I'm super powerful, but it's not true. One of our gurus used to say, you don't even know how many hairs are on your head. How powerful can you be? Right? So it's actually calling and invoking a higher power to be able to guide us and help us in our life.